What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for some, what is this, production car challenge at VIR. And we're going to lose some iRacing today, but I don't really care. So last time we were at VIR, you saw maybe a season or two ago, it was in the Mustang. I was the only one, and I said I don't know the track. Just wanted to check it off the list of tracks I'd won at, and that we were very, very slow, and that is still true today. Fast guys are probably down in the high twos, to be honest with you, and I'm nowhere near that. But I need to get a race in. I'll talk a little bit about the scenario surrounding this race, but we're going to lose to Alex. I mean, he's very, very fast. He does have a very high ping, so we'll see if he's able to stay in the session. Hopefully he is, but he's better than us, so we'll try to survive. I am the only American in this entire split because it is 5:30 in the morning. Um, it is also a night race, apparently. I didn't realize that because I have no laps of practice. So, again, maybe we'll be able to hang on to the back of him. I doubt that very highly. I'm just going to make too many mistakes and be not quite smooth enough. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's fun. Um, but yeah, it's not going to be one of my better races or anything like that. Unfortunately, I've reached the part of summer, at least some of the days of summer, where it is, 90 degrees outside with 95% humidity here, which really sucks and really screws with my CF. I have had awful sinuses and my lungs have hurt, and I just get killer migraines when it gets this hot and humid. And I literally slept 12 hours, not quite 12 hours, before getting up to do that. Not to do this, I shouldn't say. I had no plans on racing until I was feeling better, and I'm still not 100%. But when you sleep that long, there's nothing you can really do except be up. So even though it's 5:30 and I wouldn't normally get up for another hour or maybe hour and a half, it's just kind of how it worked out. So regardless, we're here. I need to get a race in because I didn't race at Laguna, didn't own Willow Springs or Long Beach. So it's been a couple weeks since I've been in the Mustang. Didn't have any laps of practice here. Just was up, saw this was going off in about 15 minutes, and decided to get my race in for the week so I could be done, just in case it stays hot, just in case I, am not functional to drive for a couple more days yet. So, yeah, that's what's up. So don't even care if we lose iRacing today. Um, just trying to keep it on track, have a clean race. Maybe something will happen. Maybe I'll make a mistake. Maybe I'll have more speed than I think. But regardless, we'll hope for the best. Hopefully it's fun. We'll have another therapy drive if needed. That'll be how it goes. So we'll let Alex go first since he's the pulse there. He's going to do a big old burnout. He's blinking like crazy. Again, he's got a super high ping in this session. So we'll have to be careful of that. Try to stay away. Probably going to be about, 25 minutes, so probably 12 to 13 laps. We'll see how it works out. So he's going to be faster than I am for sure. My goal is just to kind of stay in front of everybody else. We should be a little bit faster, a second or maybe 2 seconds faster than the Clios. Clios looks like they're going to take the chance and start right up on us. So yeah, unfortunately I'm not in the best of health at the moment here today, but that's no matter. Let's not drive off on the pace lap, dumbass. So that's kind of my understanding is I'm focusing so much on the blinking car, I'm not really paying attention where I'm going. I know the track now, so that's good. I knew it last time we were here in the Mustang, but
Yeah, thanks.
know it.
No, my bad.
Nah, it's all good. I'm sure you'll drive away regardless. I'm just letting you know in case something weird happens.
Yeah. No, I forgot to pull the download before I started the race.
Don't know what that means or what he said, but regardless. I do at least know the track here now, so that's good. However, of course, being at night is pretty scary. Why I didn't know this or why I didn't pay attention to this, I don't know. But, yeah, again, night race is fine. I know my way around the track now. It's going to be tricky. I'll probably make some mistakes at some point or get distracted or look at the wrong brake board. But we're not going to beat this guy unless something happens, so that kind of takes some of the pressure off. We're going to lose some iRacing. He's 2100, so it's not going to be like we lose another 80 or something like we did in that Kia race from last week, but it's not going to be 5. It's not like he is the higher iRacing car, so makes no difference. It's just a number, not concerned. We've done most of our job. I don't remember what I was at preseason, but the goal was 3500. We were up above 3500 till that Kia race. Now back below it, we'll lose some more, but we still have room to go up from there, and 4K is still the goal by the end of season 4. Not sure if that'll happen or not. We'll have to see how much stuff I want to do. Lucas was in that Kia race. He was the one that hit me in turn 1. Not his fault, just to check up ahead with the Cadillacs, so not his fault at all. I think I saw he was in 86. He is in an 86, so hopefully he does well. Hopefully he gets on and has a good race, and hopefully we don't see him, because that either means he was very slow or wrecked or something in the 86, or I was very slow and wrecked or something in the Mustang, so we shouldn't overlap with his pace. Yes, sirree. So we'll talk about the new wheel at a different time. Today's not the day for that, but we'll get on to this and we'll get to it. So make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're brand new. Appreciate you all as always, and let's have some fun, hopefully, and not get killed by blinks. That would be a good start. Let's get to it, and hopefully we can get through these Clios and have some fun. Oh god, he's blinking so bad. I was gonna say I'm a little bit worried about not knowing where he goes, but that ended up being pretty much a non-issue because he just went early, so we're good. So again, I did know my way around the track, so it's not an issue, not a concern. Basically, my only hope is that with this blinking this bad, he falls out of the session or something, because there's no way I'm going to get any draft off a car blinking that crazily, so. Cold tire is still very scary in the Mustang. And I will not be fast here regardless, but this Clio's going to have a bad day for the next half a lap or so until I get my shit together, which I don't care. You're the one that chose to start right up on us, Jonas, so. Looks like Miguel in the 186 is gotten by Renee in the second Clio. God, that blinking is distracting. That's really not good. Hopefully he's okay and survives or just drops out, because that's not something you want to see. As we're going to go off here. Oh, just kept down. So there's the first almost mistake already. Again, it's not a problem when the car's blinking like that. It's more of a distraction, so. There's one. So this is going to be a mistake-filled race, which again, I don't even care, but just got all that SR back, so we got to try to keep it clean today. 1X has got to be minimized. We just did so many time trials to get that SR back after the Kia disaster. Try to let, hopefully, him get away far enough where we don't have to see him. So, hope everybody's having a great day. This will be a Wednesday vid, so midweek. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Gotta wish my brother good luck. As of the time you're seeing this, he is driving back to Arizona, moving back to Phoenix, so wish him luck on his cross-country journey once again. No idea if I should be using 5th here for turn 1. It feels like you can just max out 4th and be okay, but maybe I should be using 5th gear. But again, no matter. Not costing us any time or anything like that, so. Oh, good. Therapy drive. What else can we talk about? We can talk about other times I've driven with some of these big CF headaches where I'm not okay. I ran a league race back in 2015 in 3-Wide Racing League at Texas, and I didn't have to run it. If you're ever on a sim or any other game like that and your health is an issue or a factor, put your health first. I mean, this is not a responsible thing to do. However, I do know my body very well and know what it can take and what it can't take. So this is kind of me being hypocritical here. But that night I really should not have raced. I was not fully 100% ready to go okay. And that race really sucked. It was an Xfinity race at Texas at the time, and I was in a tight points battle for the championship. And chose to race that one. Actually, no, I take that back. I was running really well in that league, but I joined the series late, and I didn't have enough starts to make the chase. But I was still running well. Let's not drive off again, dipshit. I was still running really well. I still had won, I want to say I'd won like 5 races up to that point in the chase, so that was cool. But was running really well and really wanted to win at Texas, because at the time, I don't remember if I'd never won at Texas or what the case was, but league race was going to Texas. and I was having a lot of fun with it, and we were killing them. I mean, I was having a great night, and there were some good drivers in there, but nobody that I'd really consider to be, at the time, top-notch. However, at the time, I wasn't top-notch either. I was 3K, which is a good number, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of people never reach 3K, but when you consider that to how many starts and the experience I have now, you know, I consider myself a true... I spy dead people. I consider myself a true 5,500 now, but... Anyways, at this Texas race, I, again, was not okay. I was not seeing things clearly. My vision was starting to go, and I was not having very much fun. And in this race, somehow I conjured up together, and this has happened before. I'll tell you another story also at Texas, funnily enough. And I was so excited that I was running well in spite of feeling really shitty, because you hear drivers say all the time when they have the flu or whatever, real life drivers, that the best medicine is to get in your race car, because it really sucks seeing someone else drive your car. So the best thing I could have done, honestly, I was so done just moping around and feeling sick and feeling icky and being sorry for myself. The best thing I could do was be back in the race car focusing on something I really enjoyed. And so that's what I did. And we ran so well that night. It was such a good fun night. See, now that it's dark and I've lost the cars ahead, I know where I'm going, but I don't know all the corners, exact placement, so this will be less fun. But we're running at Texas, and I'm dominating this race, and it was probably, I don't know, 100 laps or something, and so I needed a fuel stop, whether it was from a caution or what the deal was. I needed fuel with like 20 to go, and so I slapped 4 tires on it, because that was what you did back on NTM V5 and V6. You just slap 4 tires on it and let it rip. And in doing that, somehow one of the other competitors took 2, and I don't know if he had a way better pit stop than me. Again, this was before I was what I considered like really good. Like, I was still making mistakes and not thinking strategy through and all these things. And he stuck 2 on there and came out, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds ahead of me. Some distance, but not insurmountable in 20 laps. And I made so many damn mistakes trying to catch him in those last 20 laps. I'm not sure I would have anyways, looking back on it, but in hindsight, it seemed like I totally blew it. And he won. I finished second. It wasn't another, 6th win or whatever on this series in this league. And this guy who was running for the championship got the win, and so that helped propel him. I don't think he even won the championship, but no matter. But I was like, Justin, the best thing you can do when you're not feeling well is be in the sim. And that sounds really stupid and probably counterintuitive, but it gets my mind distracted after, like I said, I've been feeling not well for close to 24 hours now. It started pretty early yesterday. And so the ability to come on here, run some laps, focus on something else, feel productive. I mean, again, sim racing is not really a productivity measure by any means, but I needed to get a race in this week, even though I hate the track and suck at, and I'm going to have to get a second one in later this week, but we'll talk about that in that video. It's definitely, something that I feel like is benefiting my day now. We're starting out on a high note, starting out better than yesterday was. So in another league, I think maybe the year after even, at Texas again in the Xfinity car, was not okay. Raced that time, I did not dominate. It was not a thing, but I was in championship contention that time, and so I made the call to race, even though I probably shouldn't have again. But I was having a lot of fun. We weren't running quite as well. I was worse off that time, I think. I didn't feel nearly as well. That was like not so much a day of recovery. That was still day of sick. And again, when I say sick, keep in mind that's migraine. That's CF sick. I was not doing anything. I was throwing up. I throw up a lot when I get migraines like that, but I wasn't, didn't have a cold or a fever or anything like that. I was just feeling ill. And at Texas, I mean, in that second Xfinity race, I was bad. I mean, I was not on my game. I was missing marks, making mistakes, was not driving well, and pulled the opposite. We got a late caution, decided to put tires on it, and had to drive through the field, and the tire fall off was bad enough that I should have won that one too, but if I was feeling better and driving better, I could have won that one. But unfortunately, we did not. We came home second again, but that actually just kept me in championship contention. It was the third to last race of the season. The second to last race of the season was at Martinsville. It allowed me to go into Martinsville, just get a nice solid top 5. I don't remember where I exactly finished at Martinsville, but we got a nice easy top 5 finish at Martinsville. And then went on to Homestead and won the race, my second win of the season after Road America, and won the championship. So I do have a special feeling about some of these times when I probably shouldn't be driving and keeping myself together, getting my life together, and you know, things just end up going better than I expect them to. So, oh, he's dead. Okay, I was gonna just kind of cruise on through there, but he spun out in front of me, so that was interesting. I'm definitely gonna need more practice before I have to run this again. Again, it doesn't matter in this because we're not catching Alex regardless. He's, you know, significantly faster, and he's gonna win by like 30 seconds, but no matter. Hopefully we only lose like 40 or 50 iRacing and I won't care. But do have to run this again on Monday, so we'll talk about that in that video though, so keep an eye out for that probably on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but probably Tuesday. Thankfully we got enough pace and enough gap over the other classes where we're not under threat. We're still in the 206s when I can put a clean lap together, maybe 205, I don't know what my best lap is, haven't been paying attention, been telling stories. What else can we talk about? So those are the two main races I can think of where I raced when I was really unwell. If you have any tips around VIR, especially in this car, let me know. Let me know if I should be using 4th or 5th for turn 1 or into turn 1. Anything else, again, it doesn't matter. It's not about my pace because I'm not fast. It wouldn't have mattered. I'm not fast enough to beat Alex. Anyways, we are most definitely like 2K pace around here in the Mustang. Also, in case you have not seen the news, Mustang is going away from PCC. It's been in PCC for probably close to a decade. I don't know exactly when, maybe 2017 or so. 2018 is when they brought this back to PCC, rather than they kind of combined the Grand Touring Cup. PCC used to just be Solstice and Mazda for many years when I ran it, and then GTC was Jeddah, Mustang, and Solstice. And
dude, how slow are you? I started in the pits. I've never raced here before. Shit, I didn't want to 4X. Oh.
People are complaining for weird reasons. Anyways, they combined this in GTC.
Freaking pointless.
And this has been like that way for several years now. I don't know how many years, maybe 7 or 8 years, let's call it, that the Mustang's been part of PCC. And now they're getting rid of it. They're bringing in the old BMW GT4 car to replace this as the top class. Let's just get through here while I can think. The new BMW GT4 is being scanned and released in about a week now for Season 4. So the old BMW GT4 is replacing this. This is not going anywhere. It's not moving. It'll stay, as far as I know, in the Mustang Cup Challenge.
Hey there, starting the pit, cut around, and you still for it. Insane.
If he says anything else, we'll tell him to shut up because it's not worth bitching about. So yeah, it's going to stay in the Mustang Cup Skip Barber Challenge, which is cool. I'm glad it's staying active for now. Maybe we'll do some of that, maybe we won't. I like this car, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of GT4 cars in general, so we'll see how I get on with the GT4 and PCC. Probably won't run it that much. We'll give it a try, maybe a couple weeks this upcoming season for sure. But we're not going to chase points or anything like that. I want to feel it out and see how I vibe with it in a non-GT4 chaos type split. So, see how that goes. I should probably be using 5th up here too, let me know. But regardless, we're still just fully chilling, no pressure behind us. 9 seconds back to Jonas and the Clio. Racing in the dark here is pretty interesting. But again, not a track I know well, not a track I like. At least I know my way around it now. We did make that mistake lap 1. 204.1s for Alex up ahead, which I haven't done yet any laps or in queue or anything by myself in the daytime, so pretty much makes no difference. Try 5th here and see how that feels. I know I've tried 5th a couple of times already and not been paying attention to it, just unconsciously doing it. But so yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I don't know how much time we got left, probably quite a few minutes. We're only on lap 7, so probably halfway or so. We probably got 12 minutes. This isn't a true therapy drive, even though I've pretty much been by myself here the whole time. We got just under 12 minutes, perfect. So just past halfway. Still in full cruise mode. I'm sure Alex is under no pressure. He's long gone, like I said. And we got a big gap back behind us to the Clios and GR86s. So, like I said, I hope you're all having a great Wednesday. trying to think of what we got coming up the rest of the week. Probably Pickup Cup, Carb Cup, and B Open is the plan. Again, B Open is really up in the air. I haven't gotten to run any laps or test or anything. Pickup Cup and Carb Cup, we're just going to hop in and drive and screw it. So that'll be with a bunch of the guys. Hopefully we'll have fun as a nice group in Pickup Cup and Carb Cup. I think that's Phoenix and Daytona, maybe? Phoenix and Talladega, don't know exactly, but hopefully it's fun. What else is going on? Like I said, I'll have in the next week a special video with one of my Discord members that has accomplished something really, really cool lately. So hope to get an interview with them and talk about their accomplishment and kind of how it came to be and what that means for them and for sim racing, and kind of talk through that. And of course, I'll have my scheduled video that I promised a couple weeks ago, announcing kind of what we're going to be driving with your input. I do want to caution everybody about that post-Kia, that Kia race, that Snurton that went so awfully. Some of the stuff that I had originally said I was going to dabble in is probably not going to happen, just because I realized that I was chasing something that I didn't want to chase, so this will kind of be my topic of therapy for the day. I was chasing numbers and accolades, if you want to call it that, not consciously, but just like I felt a need to race that Kia race because I'd raced all the rest of them. And even though I'd won all of them up to that point, I didn't care if I won, it makes no difference. It's probably going to be a drop week anyways with that split, but like, why did I feel the need to try so hard that I had to do that race when I wasn't prepared for it and was wary about the split and so on and so forth? I don't understand that. I don't know why that happened. It's not a cognitive thing that I can put two and two together, but I don't have a lot of desire to dabble in TCRs, for example, or anything like that. I mean, there'll still be some weird, wacky, oddball combinations. We're still going to try to run a lot of Ringmeister and stuff like that. That's for fun, basically. There'll still be Pickup Cup and Carb Cup and stuff that's, mindless. But if I'm going to try, if we're going to run any like Pro 4 at Crandon or anything like that, it's not going to be a super big try-hard push of, must do this or life failure, type of thing. So 86 ahead, nearly dying, but still good. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what it shakes out like. I obviously have not seen the final schedule, and I won't until I go through the whole thing, but hopefully I'll be able to just pick a lot of things that I enjoy doing, enjoy running, find good series, good cars, and do that. So that's kind of my initial game plan here. We're not going to take anything too terribly seriously or try too hard to do too much. So again, apologies if this is probably a very boring race. It's going to be another podium in all technicality, P2, but there's only 2 cars in the split, so that's not some major accomplishment, unfortunately. Hopefully we gain a little bit of SR on the back end from it. I don't think from a 1X we would lose. Knock on wood again that we can maintain that here to the end of this race, but if we can just gain a little bit of SR on the back end after we just clicked across that 4.99, that would be excellent. Give ourselves a little bit of padding, because all the padding that we'd had for the last several months now went away all in one fell swoop. So like I said, we're going to probably see 13 laps here today with the pace that Alex is at. So even if it's 12, we still got a couple to go here, 4 or 5 to go. So still don't really like this track. Again, if this wasn't a race in the week I needed, the situation that'll happen Monday I'll talk about in that video again, so keep an eye out for that next week. But if this wasn't a track I needed to race at, I probably would not, so we probably will not see very much of VIR, even after knowing the track now and getting more laps in as I drop a wheel on the grass just about there on turn in, which was very sloppy. Not a huge fan of this track, so regardless of reasoning, this is not going to be featured a billion times around here anymore. So Jacek racing with Camille here ahead, or Camille. Apologies if I'm butchering that from my foreign brain. Get through one here, which is good. Not really a passing zone here. So we'll just back out of that, get him down off a hog pen down the front straight. Obviously the 86s carry so much more speed and momentum for these faster corners than I can.
Thank you.
Leave it in fourth here since our exit was so slow that time. That's a 206 flat, which I guess is our best lap, which is pretty sad because that was not a lap that I was pushing basically at all. Alex now 20 seconds up ahead, so yeah, he's going to end up with roughly a 30-second margin of victory here. Rightfully so, he's been better than I am. And I realized basically immediately after that Q lap that he put in that he was going to be better than I am, so. No sense in doing anything silly. We did pick up the 1X, which kind of sucks, but no matter. 1X is 1X. So just a couple to go. He still looks like blinking a little bit, so that's unfortunate. Not sure if that's an issue, like he said, with his internet, or he's got something downloading or what he's got going on there, but it did hurt his ping quite a bit, so. So yeah, let me know why I suck at VIR. Not that I'm necessarily going to listen, because we probably won't race too much here in the future, especially not in this. We're not going to drive the 86 here or anything like that, so. Not a very good set of corners there. Jacek made up a lot of time on us behind. And he's the 5 car, so he's pretty fast, so. He had an issue or got stuck in traffic or something happened, and he's back in the teens for his 86 class, and now he's caught us basically, so. Thankfully, full version of the track here, long straightaways, we can pull some amount of gap. Not have to worry about too terribly much, but again, one of the more boring races. We're not going to have any inter-Mustang battles at all. We're not even going to see the dude hardly after the first lap. And definitely not one of my more enjoyable races or my more fun Mustang events, but not what it's about. Just needed the participation in here for this one. Make sure we get our 8th weekend, get our $4. Again, not that that means anything, and I won't be chasing any series for points or anything like that next season. Because it's $4, who cares? And we do run our best lap there as expected. Had some clean racetrack and was focusing a little bit more. Only a 5.9, but again, we're not pushing. Not anywhere near maximum pace. Again, I think I could do a 4. But Alex's Q lap was a high 3, so he was going to be much faster than myself. And again, nighttime is the right time, so why even bother? But not smooth, not perfect, not fast by any means, I'm sure. It's probably pretty ugly, pretty sloppy, and y'all are laughing at me because I still suck at this track even all these seasons later. But this track has just never really vibed and gelled with me. When I first joined the sim, this was paid content until about a year or so ago, and it was pretty rejected even in 2013 when I got on. It was I think one of the original scans. It might have been one of the original tracks from 2008. And just never got the purchases, never got the popularity, and until it was made free, whatever that was, a year and a half ago. Pretty rejected. Not a lot of people cared or purchased or liked this track. This was nobody's favorite circuit, I don't really think, so. That just meant it kind of got derelict, never used. I never knew anything about it, knew the layout, anything, but now it's free and now we gotta do it. So I chose this over Laguna Seca a couple weeks ago, so never would have thought that back in the Solstice days. That would have been travesty to say anything like that. Never loved Laguna Seca, but in the Solstice it was one of those tracks that wasn't a draft track that I could usually do alright, hold my own, run well for the most part, so that part of it was good, but in the Mustang I just could not get together there. Alright, just a couple to go. Shouldn't see the white flag here, I don't think. Given driver's right by the 21, that's nice. Thank you, Peter. Again, not fast. We won't be fast on Monday. It's irrelevant. It's not about that. I will have to find some more pace. I'll have to come out and run more laps, but not really the point. If we lose iRacing, we lose iRacing. It makes no difference. It's a number. And again, bigger picture in the short term here, we got other stuff, other fish to fry. So I'll still do my best, but we'll see what we can get on. There we go. Hopefully Lucas is doing well in the 86. We haven't caught him yet, so that's a good sign to start at least. Now we got 20 seconds of clear track in front of us up to where Alex is at, so. Thankfully, even with that 1X, there are numerically a lot of corners around here, so. That'll help us if we can just stay at that 1X, which we should here for the last lap and a half. Still keep the 499 that we've worked so hard for with my hours and hours and hours of time trialing. I probably did 5.5 hours of time trialing.
Miscalculated my fuel, mate.
2 was run out of fuel. That's unfortunate. Gonna be a big iRacing loss for that, or at least some iRacing loss for that. I don't know why you don't just run the same fuel every time, because they're all 25 minutes. But gotta get those last couple tenths. People even at that high of an iRacing to understand that, you know, a couple gallons of fuel is going to cost you a tenth at best. I mean, if you're really fast, it's going to be next to nothing, and the consistency is not worth having an event like this where you run yourself out of gas. So, leader must have had a bad lap there too. So it should be white flag. Yep, white flag. 18 seconds up ahead. Alex still leading comfortably.
Will you damage or get a shortcut? Mate, I've run out of fuel. I won't have enough to make this through, so.
Something's happened to Alex there, as he's still only 18 seconds ahead here.
Antonio, I'm going to let you go through, man. Pass on the left.
So, coming around, final time. All in all, good race. I enjoyed it. Glad we got one in. Just the one mistake. Not concerned. Hopefully we don't lose like 100 iRacing. That would be insane for second of 2 to a 2100 or whatever Alex is. But hopefully he gets a nice iRacing payday out of this. Hopefully we don't lose too much. Again, the 1X shouldn't cost us any safety rating or anything. He's backed up to me, so I wonder if he's a little bit low on fuel or something also, or had an incident and got some damage or something. Regardless, he will come through and take a victory unless he throughputs right now, which would be unexpected after all this time. Great race, Alex. Good win. So, second race ever here, not bad. Not bad at all.
Pass on the left, mate.
Nice and smoothed off in here. No pressure from behind. Cruise our way around into Hogpen for the final time, which is not a very good set of corners. Not a fan. But who cares? Come through and we will take a P2 of 2, but it's still a top 5 in the books, which is what we were looking for anyways. P2 of 2. Lose some iRacing, but no matter. Makes no difference. Not a concern. Cruise around, follow the pack here to get some more corners in. Alex is dipped. He said enough of this shit. Understandable. Follow around here again, do another half a lap just to get all the corners we can in case that 1X is a huge weight or something. It shouldn't be. We had 0X in Q. And then 12 other 0X laps other than that one. So we'll go around here and just cruise. Get another 10 corners or so in. So happy with that. We got one on the board, which is good. And again, we'll be back in this car on Monday evening, and probably again Tuesday videos. Justin, let's not get fucking lost. I definitely need to come back and practice more because I cannot be doing 206s and 207s for that split for sure. But again, we'll talk about that next week about what that event is and why. So yeah, we'll come through here. Go through oak tree without the oak tree one more time. Looks like there was an interesting 86 bell. None of the cars at the front, Miguel and Aaron did not survive. So, interesting. You guys in the GRs crash every 2 corners. That's a really good question. Just leave it in 5th here because you only got a couple seconds. I thought we only had a couple seconds. Why is everybody not done yet? Because Antonio's crashed or run out of fuel. He's so close to the line. I think he's going to make it. Maybe. All right. See what the incidents look like for everybody else. Let's see. Anybody have 0? Daniel never showed up in the Mazda. I had the 1. Where was Alex? How many did Alex have? 0 for Alex, so great race for him. Anybody else have 0? Dale, not sure if he was in the session or not. Everybody else had some, so. Looks like Yan had some issues, so we won't stick around too much. Whatever. We'll just say that, and then we can hop out of here shortly. So, it is what it is. Finish 2nd place. Owen takes the win. Where did Lucas finish? 6th, maybe, it looks like. So, looks like there was a lot of time loss here. People were running out of fuel because they were supposed to get an extra lap or something happened there, it looks like. But regardless, we'll go check the results here real quick. We're probably going to lose 50 iRating or so. That would be a decent amount. 69, that's a huge amount. Okay, I didn't think it'd be that much, but I guess glad that Alex got 69 out of that. That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we were very slow. I didn't ever push the car at all because it made no difference. We didn't lose any SR though, so that's good. But 69 iRating loss puts us down to the 3,400 range. Again, irrelevant. I don't care anymore. Not this season, at least. I'll care again next season again, but just need to get one in this week and get some prep and see where we need to make up time. So, be back in the car Monday. We'll talk about that on Monday, like I've said a couple times. But no matter, it was fun. Good race to Alex, good win. Good race to Lucas. I think he finished 6th. I'll have to go look at that. 6th place in the GR86, so up to 2176. He'll be very good soon. I can already tell because he's D class, almost up to that 4.0 auto promotion to A class. So probably needs one more good clean race there. But yeah, that was one of the races of all time. Not the most exciting race by any means, but you get those sometimes. So hopefully you came back some of the SR you lost. Oh, Lucas, if only you knew how many time trials I did because I am an SR merchant and I can't stand not to have my 499. So we already had it. Thankfully, we kept it with the 1X, but we'll call that pretty long video of me just rambling about nothing and not doing any competitive racing, but you get that sometimes. So I'm going to go back to bed for a little bit, try to feel a little better, and move on to the next. So that's going to be it. Appreciate you all. As always, make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Get some better content, better races going next couple days, and then we have some interesting stuff coming up week 13 and some more entertaining stuff, and then we'll get back to serious racing. So just kind of finishing out the season at this point, limping to the finish, and then we'll be on the what's next. So that's going to be it. Till next time, as always, bye.